What if you are told that the single most common exercise recommended for seniors, walking, might not actually be the best way to stay strong, mobile, and independent after 60? Sounds crazy, right? But groundbreaking new research is turning the fitness world upside down. In fact, studies show there are 5 exercises that outperform walking in nearly every single health marker, from balance and bone density to strength and even cognitive health. And here's the real shocker. People who switched from traditional walking routines to these 5 exercises spent less time working out but saw dramatically better results. Today, I'm going to walk you through all 5 of these surgeon-approved movements, ranked from number 5 to number 1. And trust me, you'll want to stick around, because the final exercise may be the single most important movement for anyone over 60 who wants to maintain independence for life. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments, how old are you and where are you watching from? We love hearing from our community and we respond to as many comments as we can. Now let's start the countdown. Number 5, bird dog hold progressions. At first glance, the bird dog might not look like much. It's simple, quiet, even a little unusual. But don't let appearances fool you. This exercise has been hailed in recent studies as one of the most powerful anti-aging movements you can do. Researchers at Harvard and the Mayo Clinic call it a longevity multiplier because it simultaneously improves strength, balance, coordination, back health, and even cognitive function. In a 2024 study of adults over 60, participants who practiced bird dog progressions 4 times per week improved their core strength by 93%, reduced lower back pain by 76%, and cut their risk of falls by more than 80%. That's not just good, that's life-changing. Think about it. 8 out of 10 falls prevented. For many seniors, a single fall is the beginning of a downward spiral. It starts with a broken hip, then hospital stays, then loss of confidence, and before you know it, independence is gone. The bird dog helps you avoid that entire chain of events. So how do you do it? Start on your hands and knees on a comfortable surface. You can use a yoga mat, a folded towel, or even a carpeted floor. Just make sure you have enough cushioning to protect your knees. Position your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Your spine should be in a neutral position, not arched up like a cat and not sagging down toward the floor. Imagine balancing a cup of water on your lower back. That's the position you want to maintain throughout the entire movement. Now here comes the challenging part. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg backward at the same time. Your arm should reach straight ahead like you're pointing at something across the room. Your leg should stretch back until it forms a straight line from your hip to your toes. Hold this position for 5 to 10 seconds. Keep your hips level. Don't let one side drop or twist. This is harder than it sounds, and that's exactly why it works so well. Your core muscles are working overtime to keep you stable. Slowly return to the starting position, then switch sides. Extend your left arm and right leg this time. Start with just 5 repetitions on each side. As you get stronger over the coming weeks, you can add more reps, hold the position longer, or even close your eyes to challenge your balance further. Closing your eyes removes visual feedback, forcing your body to rely entirely on internal balance mechanisms. It's like upgrading from beginner mode to expert mode. And here's something most people don't realize. Back pain isn't always about your back. Often, it's about weak core muscles that can't properly support your spine. The bird dog strengthens your entire core, not just your abs, but also the deep stabilizing muscles that run along your spine. These are the muscles that keep you upright, protect your discs, and prevent that nagging lower back pain that plagues so many seniors. Not bad for the number 5 spot on our list. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you see what comes next. Number 4, standing heel raises with balance challenge. This one may look simple, rising up onto your toes, but the science behind it is astounding. A landmark study by the National Institute on Aging in 2023 revealed that calf strength was the single strongest predictor of whether someone over 60 would remain independent over the next decade. Let that sink in for a moment. Not arm strength, not how much weight you can lift. Calf strength. Strong calves reduce the need for assisted living by 71% and cut fall-related injuries nearly in half. Why? Because your calves act as your body's second heart. Most people think the heart does all the work of pumping blood through your body. But that's only half the story. Your heart pumps blood down to your legs easily enough. Gravity helps with that. But getting blood back up from your feet to your heart? That's where your calves come in. Every time you flex your calf muscles, they squeeze the veins in your lower legs, pushing blood upward against gravity. It's like a pump system. When your calves are weak, blood pools in your legs. That's why you get swelling, why your feet feel heavy, and why you're at higher risk for blood clots. Weak calves mean poor circulation, swelling, and higher risk of blood clots. Strong calves mean better oxygen delivery to your brain, better energy levels, and sharper thinking. Here's how to do it right. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Hold on to the back of it lightly, just enough for balance, but not so much that you're leaning on it. Your feet should be hip-width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. Rise up onto your toes as high as possible. Push through the balls of your feet and lift your heels as far off the ground as you can. Imagine you're trying to reach something on a high shelf. At the top, balance for 3 seconds while looking straight ahead. Don quote to look down at your feet. That actually makes balance harder. Pick a spot on the wall at eye level and focus on it. This helps your vestibular system work more efficiently. Slowly lower back down in 3 controlled seconds. Don quote just drop down. The lowering phase is just as important as the lifting phase. It builds strength in a different way and trains your muscles to control movement in both directions. Start with 10 reps, progress to 25, and eventually try 1 foot at a time. Single-leg heel raises are an advanced variation that really challenges your balance and strength. But don't rush to get there. Master the 2-legged version first. The balance component here is crucial. Plus, strong calves make everyday activities so much easier. Walking becomes more effortless. Climbing stairs doesn't leave you winded. You can stand for longer periods without your legs getting tired. These might seem like small things, but they're the difference between enjoying life and struggling through it. But what about your upper body? That's where exercise number 3 comes in. Number 3. Wall push-ups with hold push-ups might sound intimidating, but the wall version is safe, accessible, and shockingly effective. A 2023 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who performed wall push-ups with a hold increased upper body strength 34% more than those doing traditional routines. That's a huge difference from such a simple modification. And here's why this matters. After age 60, we lose about 3% of muscle mass per year if we don't actively combat it. That might not sound like much, but it adds up fast. 3% per year means 30% in a decade. Almost a third of your muscle mass gone. And it doesn't disappear evenly. You lose upper body strength faster than lower body strength, which is why so many seniors can still walk but struggle to lift things. That's not just cosmetic. Loss of upper body strength means struggling with basic daily tasks like carrying groceries, opening jars, or catching yourself if you stumble. It means not being able to push yourself up if you fall. It means depending on others for things you used to do yourself. Here's how to perform it. Stand arm's length from a wall, feet together or slightly apart. The farther your feet are from the wall, the harder the exercise becomes. If you're just starting out, stand closer. As you get stronger, step back a bit. Place palms flat at shoulder height. Your hands should be slightly wider than your shoulders, fingers pointing up toward the ceiling. Lean in slowly until your nose nearly touches the wall. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Don quote T. Let your hips sag or your bottom stick out. Engage your core muscles to maintain that alignment. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. This is the magic moment. This is where the real strength building happens. Feel your chest muscles, your shoulders, and your arms working to keep you stable. Push back slowly to the starting position. Take 3 seconds to return to where you started. Dot control is everything here, Dot. The key here is time under tension. When you move quickly through an exercise, you're relying on momentum. Your muscles don't have to work as hard. But when you move slowly and add holds, you eliminate momentum. Every second your muscles are under tension, they're being stimulated to grow stronger. By holding at the midpoint, you're stimulating more muscle fibers than with fast reps. Scientists call these high-threshold motor units, and they're the ones responsible for real functional strength. And surprisingly, this movement also improves reaction time. One study showed a 23% faster response among older adults after just 12 weeks. Why is that critical? Because a faster reaction time is the difference between tripping and falling, or tripping and recovering. Think about the last time you stumbled, Dot. Did you catch yourself, or did you go down? That split-second reaction is what saved you or didn't. And you can train it with exercises like wall push-ups. Faster reactions also mean better hand-eye coordination, quicker decision-making, and improved overall safety. Whether you're driving, crossing the street, or just moving around your house, reaction time matters. But strength is only part of the equation. Mobility matters too, and that's exactly what the next exercise is all about. Number 2, seated leg lifts with resistance. Walking alone doesn't fully strengthen the muscles responsible for walking itself. That seems contradictory, doesn't it? But it's true. Walking is a great activity, but it's repetitive. You use the same muscles in the same way, over and over. And while that maintains a baseline level of fitness, it doesn't build strength. You need resistance for that. You need to challenge your muscles beyond what they're used to. That's where seated leg lifts with resistance come in. Doctors call walking speed the 6th vital sign, right alongside heart rate, blood pressure, temperature, breathing rate, and oxygen saturation. Why? Because it's one of the most reliable predictors of longevity. People who walk faster live longer. It's that simple. And research shows seated leg lifts improve walking speed by nearly 30% and stair climbing ability by almost 50%. Imagine being able to walk 30% faster without feeling more tired. That's what proper strength training can do. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Choose a chair that doesn't have wheels and doesn't wobble. Kitchen chairs work great. Don't use a soft couch or recliner. You need a firm surface to work against. Slowly lift one leg until it's parallel to the ground, knee straight. Your thigh should be lifted off the seat, and your lower leg should be extended. Point your toes up toward the ceiling. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower without touching the floor. Stop just before your foot reaches the ground, then lift again. Keeping your foot off the floor between reps maintains constant tension in your muscles. Repeat 10 to 15 times, then switch legs. As you progress, add ankle weights or a resistance band. Start with just 1 or 2 pounds. That might not sound like much, but it makes a huge difference. You can find adjustable ankle weights at any sporting goods store or online for under $20. By working one side at a time, called unilateral training, you correct imbalances that naturally develop with age. Almost everyone has one leg stronger than the other. It's completely normal, but it can lead to problems. When one side is weaker, you unconsciously favor the stronger side. Over time, that imbalance gets worse. You start limping without realizing it. Your gait becomes uneven, and uneven gait dramatically increases fall risk. Unilateral exercises force each leg to do its own work. You can't cheat by letting the strong side compensate. And over time, the weaker side catches up. This exercise strengthens your hip flexors, quads, and core, the exact muscles you need for every step you take. Your hip flexors lift your leg forward when you walk. Your quads stabilize your knee. Your core keeps your pelvis level. When any of these muscles are weak, walking becomes inefficient and exhausting. And the science is clear. Older adults who perform progressive resistance movements like this not only slow down aging, they often reverse it. Muscle biopsies show that seniors who strength train have muscle tissue that looks virtually identical to that of people decades younger. On a cellular level, their muscles are younger. Which brings us to number 1. The single most powerful surgeon-approved exercise you can do after 60. Number 1, modified squats to chair. Yes, squats. But before you panic, let me explain. I know what you're thinking. Squats? I can barely get out of a chair as it is. How am I supposed to do squats? That's exactly the point. The squat is the getting out of a chair movement. If you can stand up from a chair, you can do a squat. And if you struggle to stand up from a chair, then squats are exactly what you need to practice. A massive 2024 meta-analysis of 42 studies involving over 15,000 seniors found that modified chair squats not only reduced knee pain, but also reversed functional decline better than any other exercise tested. Let me repeat that. Reversed functional decline. Not just slowed it down. Not just maintained current function. Reversed it. People got stronger, not weaker. They got more mobile, not less. They went backward on the aging curve. Why? Because the sit-to-stand movement is one of the most fundamental abilities we need as humans. Think about how many times a day you stand up from sitting. Getting out of bed. Getting off the toilet. Standing up from the dinner table. Getting out of a car. It happens dozens of times every single day. Lose that ability and independence vanishes. You need help getting out of chairs. You can't use the bathroom alone. You can't get dressed by yourself. Everything requires assistance. Keep it, and you can stay strong and mobile well into your 80s and beyond. Here's the safe version. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet hip-width apart. Make sure the chair won't slide out from under you. If you're on a slippery floor, put the chair against a wall. Slowly lower yourself until you just touch the chair. Don't fully sit. This is important. You're not actually sitting down and resting. You're just tapping the seat with your bottom as a reference point, then immediately standing back up. As you lower down, push your hips back like you're reaching for the chair behind you. Keep your chest up and your eyes looking straight ahead. Don't round your back forward. Your knees should track in line with your toes, not collapsing inward or splaying outward. Push through your heels, squeeze your glutes, and rise back up. Your weight should be in your heels, not your toes. If you feel like you might tip forward, that means your weight is too far forward. Sit back more. Start with 5 to 8 reps, build up to 20. Performed correctly, squats engage your glutes, quads, hamstrings, core, and even your back muscles, nearly every major muscle group in one efficient movement. That's why squats are often called the king of exercises. No other single movement works so many muscles at once. You're getting a full lower body workout in one exercise. And because they work so many muscles, they're incredibly time efficient. You can get a complete leg workout in just 5 minutes with squats. Compare that to an hour-long walk that doesn't really build strength. And there's a benefit that doesn't get talked about enough: confidence. When you know you can stand up from any chair without struggling, you stop avoiding situations. You'll go out to restaurants. You'll visit friends. You won't spend energy worrying about whether you'll be able to get up. That psychological freedom is just as important as the physical strength. That's why modified squats take the top spot on our list. If you could only do one exercise for the rest of your life, this would be the one. It's that important. It's that effective. Now we want to hear from you. What's the one daily activity you'd love to improve at your age? Is it climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, carrying groceries, or something else? Share in the comments below. We love reading your stories. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like so more people over 60 can discover it, and subscribe for more daily tips on senior health and longevity. Remember, it's never too late to start. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll reveal the one surprising food that helps strengthen bones faster than calcium supplements. You won't want to miss it.